Like I won't find this guy and hurt him. I best have all my stuff. Guess who's back? Back again. That best be some food. I am hungry. And I can't eat it.
Henry.
That custodian Sebastian is really obnoxious.
He can be unpleasant, but in his own way. I don't know.
You can't be serious.
Oh my gosh, she actually likes the
What's
guy.
that supposed to mean? At least he was here, unlike you, the whole time. And anyway, mind your own business. God bless.
Honestly. That guy's done nothing for anyone. Okay. Who was it? Was it him? He wanted the herbs, didn't he?
Hopefully I have what you need.
Comfrey. Here we go.
Thank you. With any luck, I'll soon be feeling better. If you find the time, stop by to see me in a few days.
May the Lord watch over you.
And now I need to go to sort out Phillip. You feeling alright? You're awake.
I see you look much better.
No, I feel much better. If you ever need to know about anything that's going on in Sasau, come and see me. There's nothing much happens here without my knowledge. Thomas is my name. Good luck to you.
Okay, it's just Phillip now left, yes? Meat. Is there butchers? Let's go to the butcher.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this was the butchers the whole time. How much meat do you have?
My respects to you.
And I'm not paying that much actually. Nope. 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 Where is this guy? Oh my gosh, there's someone sitting on a bench right there.
Yeah.
If I could move the walls properly. Here we go.
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
How are you just so calm sitting here?
I see there's not much going on around here. So you've stayed here on your own?
Quite so, all by myself. All the others were either killed by the Cumans or fled to Rattay.
How did you survive?
I'm sorry to hear that. And what's keeping you here, alone?
My older brother ran away with the wandering players, so when our father was on his deathbed, he made me swear I'd never leave our home.
I can see you took your vow seriously.
I did.
Very
It's
seriously
starting to
indeed.
get dangerous around here. Again.
The Cumans.
If it were
Bandit.
Cumans, I'd grab an axe and that would be that. But a week back, some rabble made their way through here. They begged me for food, and mark my words, they weren't taking no for an answer. If they'd been just a tad hungrier, I swear they would have stormed the cottage.
There are gangs like that around, true enough. I saw the mess they left behind. Savages.
It was horrible. People tried to find shelter in the church, but them dogs was waiting. They knew too well that's where folk would try to hide.
And where did you hide?
By the grace of God, I got my family away into the woods.
Family.
I don't see your family with you.
Yeah.
I hope those bastards didn't sniff them out.
No, it takes better man than them to track me down. I sent my wife to Rattay with some others.
Do you think folk will ever go back to their homes?
Oh, I don't know about Skalitz, but the folk here are sure to want to come back. The only thing they're missing his spiritual support.
Do you mean the priest?
Indeed, when the land's at war, noblemen fight to protect their property, but simple folk want someone to tend their souls.
Of course.
Fair enough.
But it was the Skalitz parish priest who ministered here, wasn't it?
He did, but there's been no sign of him since the attack, or at least he's definitely not in Rattay among the refugees.
That's true enough. I didn't see him there.
But if you're interested, young fella, maybe you could help us find the priest we need here.
Isn't it up to the bishop to appoint a priest?
Oh, you're probably right, but you don't seem interested in doing it. Why waste time finding a priest for a village with just one old fool in it?
Yeah, you're probably right. I can
Let's
always
try and look
ask,
for him.
but I've heard where the Skalitz priest went.
That's great news. Although I had my eye on another priest.
You might as well tell me who he is. What I heard about the Skalitz priest might just be rumours.
True. Well then, a few years ago there used to be another priest in Skalitz. Simon, I think his name
Okay,
was.
yes, Simon.
Simon?
Is, I think who we're
Father
looking
Simon,
for.
I remember him. That's the one who went missing, right?
Aye, I don't want to spread rumours, but they say he was in love with his housekeeper. And then she died somehow, poor thing.
That's not a story I've come across.
It only reaches folk who care for such tales. Well, to finish the story, Simon
Not
left
much
the
of a
parish and
gossiper,
ran
am I?
away. You know that already. There was neither sight nor sound of him for a long time. Until this spring, he showed up here.
And what's he doing here?
That's just it. People say he's become a hermit.
All right. And where can I find him?
I couldn't tell you exactly, but you could start by talking to that girl's parents. Well, they live on a farm nearby, and it's likely they know more. They may even have had words with him.
I'll go and see what they have to say for themselves.
They're still gonna
God
be
go with
here.
you, lad, and I pray you find him. If some heathen stabs me in my sleep, I'd rather have a decent burial.
Don't worry. I'll bring someone.
May the Lord watch over you.
Seems pretty calm. Never mind.
You're out of luck, you fuckers.
Which one's so friendly?
Best you can do.
Okay.
You're
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, the answer to my prayers. Just when I wanted to vent my rage on someone. That's the end of you.
Okay, lads, back it, back it. Whoa. What is he smoking?
Ow. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hey.
Oh my gosh. There's a lot of bodies here. Okay. That's done.
Yeah.
Where can I find him? He's said to be wandering around here somewhere.
I heard that too, and I'm inclined to believe it, even though I haven't seen him myself.
How come?
After our poor Mary went to her rest, we used some of the money he'd paid us to put a cross up by the roadside. And lately, There's been wreaths of comfrey turning up next to it. I don't take them there, nor my husband neither.
You think Simon does?
Hey.
Who knows? Maybe it's a miracle. I could believe anything. But there's not been fresh ones for a while, so perhaps he's moved on elsewhere again.
I see. Can you tell me where that cross is?
Certainly. There are settling tanks for the mines to the west of Skalitz. On the hill above them in the woods, there are several paths. Mary's Cross is by one of them, close to the brook.
All right, thanks.
Like, did anything
What went
happen?
on between Simon and your daughter?
Nothing that hasn't happened before. Our Mary was his housemaid in Skalitz. She was pretty, very pretty. And he was young, and so things went the way they do between comely young folk. She came back home one day, heavy with child.
Oh, I guess
Yes.
so.
These things happen. What can you do?
You don't want to
I
take
said
care
as
of someone's
much.
daughter, do you?
I was just glad our girl was provided for. Only she never had the chance to hold that babe in her arms. She didn't live through the birth.
I'm very
What
sorry.
about the baby?
Such is a woman's lot in life. Men die in battle,
Oh, that's
and
the
women in the
DLC.
arms of the
That's the
midwife.
DLC.
And what happened to Simon?
The poor man, he took it the worst. He was sure God's wrath smote Mary for her fornication.
That's rubbish. People lie together out of wedlock all the time, and God never smites them down.
That's just what I told him. But it's hardly my place to lecture a priest. He was overflowing with grief. He barely spoke.
Okay, man. I honestly kind of don't care.
I'll be going.
Very good then.
I'll tell him.
Good luck then.
It's close enough, I guess.
This must be that cross. Mary's mother was right. Someone did lay flowers here recently. I should have a look around and see if there's comfrey growing anywhere nearby.
I can hear someone.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I was just passing and I heard voices, so I've come to see what's going on.
Nothing that's any of your business. Get lost.
Very well then.
I do need to ask you a question, though. He is here?
Are you alright?
Yes. Yes, I think so. Oh, what happened to those wretches?
They're skulking around here somewhere.
Good God! Couldn't you scare them off somehow? I'm afraid they'll be back.
I'll see what I can do.
And you...
Just don't hurt anyone.
Whoa!
I'm over here! Fucking dog.
Bro, I'm a professional, man.
Yeah!
Okay, maybe I'm not that professional.
Ha! Hey!
How much does this guy eat? Whoa, 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 whoa,
Bollocks!
How much is this guy gonna eat, bro?
What's the matter? You'll get
Finally. Yeah, you think it was all good with the 2v1?
You call that combat?
Don't ever at me again. Yeah, you want some of this? Absolute buffoons, mate. You're right.
Oh, thank you, my son. I was beginning to fear I'd never get out of here alive.
To be honest, I wasn't feeling the best myself. These are hard
Times
times.
are hard when brigands roam the land and attack the defenseless.
But they didn't attack me. I saw them raiding birds' nests down by the path, so I took pity on them.
Which makes what they did all the more loathsome. That's no way to repay a good Christian's hospitality.
And to whom do I owe my salvation?
My name's Henry. You may remember me. I'm the son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
Your face does seem familiar. But listen, Henry, I can't help feeling you didn't stumble across me by accident.
It's true.
No, I didn't.
I've come to ask a favour of you.
Me? What on earth could I do for you?
I need you to go back to St. James. The folk there need spiritual guidance. Skalitz is a burned-out shell, and many have died in St. James. They need a priest. Any priest.
I understand, but I have to disappoint you. I gave up my calling. Instead, I've given myself over to repentance.
I know your
I
story.
know your story, Father.
Then you know what I'm guilty of.
Yes, and I don't want to try to make light of it. Your conscience is your own affair. But I know that deep down you're a good man.
I'm not even
You don't know
speech
what
checking
you're
him,
saying.
and I'm speech
You don't
checking
know
him.
me.
But I know what you did. Many priests break God's commandments willy-nilly and aren't the least ashamed.
That doesn't absolve me of my sins. God's law is set, no matter how often it's violated.
Forgiveness
Certainly
is
right.
forgiveness.
But the people need you. And forgive me for being blunt, but while you can leave the presbytery if you choose, it doesn't absolve you of your duty to Christian folk.
But I'm a sinner. I'm not fit to guide anyone. I'm unworthy to do so.
Priests, bishops, monks, abbots, they're all sinners. Even the Holy Father himself is a sinner. You've done your penance, and now your people need you.
You're probably right. It is my duty. At least for a time, until they find someone better.
As you say, once things are back in order, there'll be a new priest at St. James, and you can leave if you want.
All right. I'll take what I can carry and go back to St. James.
Thank you. Your parishioners will be very grateful.
Wait. I need help.
I
yes,
need help
please,
with
thank you.
treatment.
And what's wrong with you?
Oh,
Not
nothing.
for me.
But Phillip from Skalitz is dying. He's lying in Sasau and won't last long.
Slowly now. What happened to him?
Nobody knows much. He's not wounded, but I heard he was hiding from the Cumans for days in a pile of carcasses.
He's got an infection, man. It
Lord
has to
have
be.
mercy. The living should never lie with the dead. His intestines must be purged. But even then, he's in God's hands.
How do I clean his intestines?
It might surprise you, but you'll have to give him alcoholic spirits. The purest you can get your hands on. The best is distilled from Artemisia. It'll make him a bit delirious, but it'll help. I'll show you how to prepare it.
Okay. Talk to this guy.
I hope I can be of help to you.
I found you a priest.
Really? That's wonderful news. Who is it?
The former parish priest of St. James. I persuaded him to return to live among you, at least for a while.
So you found him.
Yes, he was roaming the woods around here.
Thank God. You'll see. Once there's a priest, people will soon be back.
I hope so.
So do I.
I've put
I need
together
some
a
more
small
people to
sum
trade with.
for a new piece. So I thought a portion should definitely go to you, as a reward.
I don't need it, man.
I couldn't possibly take it. You'll need the money to rebuild the village.
As you wish, then. I shan't weigh you down with it.
So, farewell to you. And I hope he gets here soon. Just that you let him run off again.
I'll keep an eye on him myself. Godspeed to you, Henry, and thank you for your help. See you later.
Okay. You see, I am doing some useful stuff around here, while this guy's just throwing people in jail for standing up to him. He's tyrannical. I said we get rid of him. Let's hop off to the butcher.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know how much meat you need. It says 100. Hopefully it's not 100. I don't think he can sell 100 pieces of meat. Actually, we need to stop off.
Yeah.
Skalitz.
Yeah.
Wait. Might have a little rest too if I can save. Yes, I can. Okay, let's save. Should we buy the meat first? Let's buy the meat first. Only 10 pieces of beef can feed like all of them.
My respects to you. Very well.
What about 10 pieces of mutton? Fair enough.
Let's talk.
Mutton is cheaper than hair.
See now.
How much is that? It is counted separately. So I need to buy all of his meat. No, homo. I need to buy everything he has.
Finally, a reason.
92. 92, so close. Yes, how much? We need 8 more pieces, my friend.
I'll be with you.
I guess we'll just get horse meat. Or just smoked sausage. We'll get 10. Haggle. So I paid
Can we do some?
500 for
Well.
this one, honestly. Not very fun.
Are we?
Well now.
Yeah, I'm not too fast.
Oh.
There we go. I can't believe I spent 500 on a full meal. Where is she before the food gets old?
For the love of God!
I brought some meat.
Let's take it all, man, please. I don't want any of it. Confirmed.
Thank you, Henry. Rich food will definitely help.
It is rich. Half of it's cooked, actually.
God bless.
I don't know why you need that much food. You want some
I won't get any
sausage,
sleep.
mate.
I just won't get any sleep.
We need to make this Artemisia. Is he still crying about sleep?
What's going on now? You didn't get any brew?
The brew's gone.
You could have saved some.
I know, but I didn't.
Okay, there you go.
This is the last time.
Take care.
Haven't I got
Brew?
some?
Yes, please. God be with you.
Bro, I have one. Right here. Why isn't it? Do I need more than one?
I've got something for you.
Really?
Here you go. And save some of it. I don't want to hear you ranting again tomorrow.
Oh, thank you. See you later.
Okay. Now let's start this. Oh no, we need the ingredients. Wormwood and sage. 2 wormwood and 1 sage. What do I have? I've definitely got sage. I just need wormwood. I had 1 as well.
May the Lord watch over you.
Can I scroll up? I love it. I love it. This is by oil for 1 turn. Okay, sage wool, and then what's the base actually? It's spirits, isn't it? Spirits, and I need to distill. Okay. Spirits. Do I grind it first? Do I need to? Yes. I need to put it in the mortar. Do I need to put 2 in the mortar? Huh? I'm so confused. Okay, so we boil this for 1 turn. Add this. And then we distill it. Did that work? Yes, it did work. And then this guy will. It's usually in 3s, so let's just make another sleepy potion again. I got 3. I still got 1 of those for you. Die. Are you going to sleep now? Should I go to sleep as well? I thought I got locked in for a second. So what's this one up? I guess that was a quest tick. Everyone should be perfectly fine, according to plans. Yes, it was a quest ticker. Okay. Can I check on him? Am I allowed in? Have I completely done everything? quest completed then? I've got nothing else to do. Woman should be asleep. If she is, we can do some picking, herb picking. She's not on the map.
How are you feeling?
Let's check how
Good.
everyone is.
It feels clean. Hope it helps.
It will. Tell them to rebandage you daily. You have the bandages here.
Thank you very much, Henry.
Don't mention it.
God be with you.
Okay. Check on these lot.
What happened?
We brought you back to the land of the living.
How? How long have I been unconscious?
For a long time. Your friends have left.
I have to find them.
Rest now. You're going to be very weary for the next week or two. You'll find your friends. They probably ended up in Rattay like most of our folk.
Well, all right. And Henry?
Hello?
Hmm?
Thank you.
Yeah, rest easy, mate. I woke you at 4 a.m. No, most people would be saying thank you to that. Where's Johanka? There she is.
For the love of God!
Tell me more about the situation here. All right.
There's nothing more I can
How
do.
are the sick and wounded faring? I don't think there's anything more I can do for them.
You did what you could. Truly. I don't know what I would have done without you. You saved a lot of lives. God be with you.
I got herbalism for that. Doesn't make any sense. Elias, my friend.
I heard you had a fight with Fritz and Matthew.
Heathens.
Don't speak
So
about
it was
them
you they
like that.
fought with?
Yes, it was me. And I hope I'll never have to see those wastrels again.
They deserve to be ousted, but the debt? How are they ever going to pay it?
I really don't care. Let them live in penury. Brutes.
Such spite is unchristian.
Isn't that a little unchristian? You wouldn't want personal spite to ruin their lives, would you?
Well, those were just idle threats, really. If they come and apologize, there's always a possibility of forgiveness.
Okay.
Take care now.
Do I have to tell him to?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we're going to let Dutch go anyway.
Yeah.
Long time no see, my friends. Oh, I saved the game.
Hey, how'd you get so fucked up?
About your debt.
About your brawl with Elias.
How the fuck do you know about him?
Your best friend settled the matter.
You're serious?
Of course I am.
Absolutely. All you have to do is go to him and promise you'll pay the debt somehow.
We won't forget this. On my honor. Thanks. Take care. So, it's not going to get any better, is it? I just think we should go.
It doesn't matter. We need groceries for the infirmary. We can make that money here.
Our pay here is pitiful. It's just arms. We used to earn much more.
Yes, but this is a mill, not a silver mine.
Huh. Not even our mine chief Nemo was much of a half-boy as our new milk foreman. And that saves a lot.
Yes, but right now we're here. We just have to hold on a little longer, and then we'll ask around elsewhere.
I'm just saying, the sooner, the better. or I'm liable to lose my temper and hit him over the head with something.
What a wonderful idea. That would really help. Didn't you have enough the first time?
Okay, so yeah, that I haven't played in a long while, but I knew that they were having issues with they wanted us to go see him, so start the quest.
Jesus, what have you been up to?
Ah, you lads getting on here.
Are you happy here?
It's not worth a damn. If I had any choice, you wouldn't see my heels for dust.
Well, what's happened? Did you two get yourselves into trouble?
A fine friend you are, assuming it's our own bloody fault.
Oh, come on. You know what you two are like. I had to ask.
Oh, Barry got the conversation. I think it was.
But now, the foreman's got it in for us.
Oh,
if
yeah.
he could, he'd skin us
Okay.
alive.
Always forcing you to work, is he?
If only.
That's not
that
what I
wouldn't be
meant.
so awful. But nothing we do is good enough for him. There's always some reason for him to yell at us.
I can imagine.
You know what it's like. We do too little, and it takes us too long, and what we eat's worth more than the work we've done, and it's no fun listening to that sort of shit day after day.
And the miller won't stick up for you. I would have thought all the yelling would drive him mad.
Not really. He trusts that loudmouth bastard more than us. He's got us down for a pair of parasites.
I see.
What's so stupid is the mill really needs us. They haven't had any hands here for quite a while, and the mill needs a lot of fixing. But with them around, we can't even get to work.
Yeah, the miller did say something about the foreman. He's too harsh, but
And you definitely don't... You don't ever provoke him?
I've already told you once, he's an arsehole. I'd say there's nothing we can do about it. If he wants to yell at us, he'll yell at us.
Have you tried talking with him?
What do you think? But that just sets him off. He starts saying we're practically bandits, and what he's going to do about it. That gets Fritz going, and he starts yelling too, and...
I would have guessed it, kind of. So what do you want to do
And what
about
do you
it?
want to do about it? Just run away?
Actually, I'd like to stay here, at least for a bit. I never would have thought I'd like working at a mill. But not with him around. It's unbearable, and there's no one I can complain to. But you could.
Me? Do you think they'll listen to me?
They did once already, didn't they? They hired us because of you. You could have another word with them.
Back then, making promises was enough. Now, it will be worse.
You can forget about the miller. It's Thomas you need to convince. The miller takes his opinion seriously. So,
Okay.
will you do it for us? Again?
Of course, boys.
I'll try and talk to him.
Speed check, easy mission
glad.
done.
But try not to get on his wrong side. You won't get anywhere with him then.
I'll keep that in mind.
Don't worry about it. Any more information?
I'd like to ask about that Thomas again.
I guess not.
Take care.
Yes, Fritz. Let's talk about Fritz. Let's talk to Fritz. Let's see both sides. Yeah.
How'd you get so fucked up?
To be honest, the guy sounds annoying. So
Matthew told me your foreman's a fool, and you're not exactly filled with Christian love for him.
You better believe it. I'd like to pay him back for everything and drown him in the river.
Drown him? What's he done to you?
It was the first or the second day here. We had a disagreement and I told him off. And then, all of a sudden, we're fighting and that fucker just throws me in the river. I nearly drowned.
you can't
How
swim.
did you get out? I thought you couldn't swim.
I can't. They pulled me out. I was up to my waist in water.
I see. Well, I'd be pretty fucking angry too. So you want to pay him back?
Exactly. I don't give a shit about anything around here, but that bastard's in need of a good trouncing.
I'm not backing the foreman here. I'm backing the boys.
What about the others at the mill? Are they awful as well?
The miller's an old fool. He believes every word that comes out of Thomas's mouth. It's hopeless. And then there's the miller's daughter. She's a pretty lass, and kind with it. And what can she do? Nothing. Not that it stops Matthew.
Matthew's going out with the miller's
Thomas
daughter.
is the
I
root of the
swear.
problem.
Do you think he's jealous? Is she a sweetheart?
Yeah,
You might
okay,
make puppy
so
dog eyes at her, but most of the time he just struts about like a peacock. I really don't.
he's like Sebastian. Oh, I've got issues with this guy. Like the same type of people, man. So annoying. And what do you want to do?
And what do you want to do about it? Do you think you can come to an agreement?
No fucking chance. Matthew hopes so because he likes it here. It's true the work's better than the mines, but the pay's worse.
So how do you plan on dealing with it? Leaving?
Perhaps. But first, I want to give Thomas a proper trouncing. I mean a real thrashing.
And you think that will help?
Maybe. Maybe it'll knock some sense into that fat head of his. Or he'll be too frightened to mess with me.
That might help.
There's no need.
Why don't you arrange a fight with him? If we win, he'll leave us alone. Oh, we could...
Jump him. He wants to jump him.
We could lure him off someplace far away and then wait for him. Maybe to play dice with Lawrence. He would have to go through the dark woods.
I'll think about it.
Well, I'll just chat to him, man.
God be with
I've
you.
got a good speech. Where exactly is he?
Jesus, what are you...
I'd like to... I'd never have guessed he's like that.
Well, get a job here as a hand and you'll soon see.
And what does he do during the day?
Let's find
Does he
out
work
more
with you?
about him first.
Good one. He keeps his eye on everything, but his hand only touches the saw when the miller shows up, which isn't that surprising.
Why?
The last time he did anything, he almost took his thumb off with a chisel. I wouldn't put an axe in those paws of his either.
So he's clumsy and arrogant. That's what you said about your last master, that Nimoy.
Aye, but at least you could sneak away from old Nimoy for a bit. No chance of that around here. God be with you.
Same old, same old. What about Fritz?
Hey!
I still want to ask you more about Thomas.
Doesn't seem that
I
bad.
spoke with him briefly and he doesn't seem so horrible.
Then you ought to try working with him. He's a sneaky bastard. And arrogant. You should see how he puffs himself up when he's off to play dice with Lawrence.
Who's Lawrence? Another mill hand?
Aye, but at the neighbouring mill. They call him the Wren. Damned if I know why. Thomas goes there to play dice with him. Good luck then.
Okay, so let's maybe talk to the miller about him.
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
Are you happy with your new workers?
They're good carpenters, but someone constantly has to stand behind their backs and keep an eye on them.
Really?
Yes. When I'm there with them, everything goes smoothly. But the moment I leave, I hear Thomas yelling at them.
I've heard.
I don't know what I'd do without Thomas. He keeps an eye on everything for me now. The mill wouldn't function without him.
He's not good at his job.
Thomas has problems with carpentry.
You're right. You should hear him cursing when he has to turn his hand to it. He knows he'll never be a real miller.
But just because of that?
No. He's not too skilled at handling the water wheel and the mill run either. He can wield a shovel well enough, but otherwise I have to keep telling him how to do things.
So he's not
Surely
been
he's
foreman
learned.
too long then?
No. My son used to run the mill, but then his wagon overturned with him inside it. It'll be a year ago now, come spring.
Surely he can
sorry.
survive that.
Me too, boy.
Unless he just got
After
ambushed, is
Martin
what they
was
mean.
gone, the other workers left and only Thomas stayed. I don't know what I'd do without him.
What happened that day? Wagons don't overturn themselves.
He was transporting
No, it
these
literally
stone
just fell
blocks
over.
for the
Okay.
mill, and he had to take a detour. since the wagon was too heavy for the ford. It was after a downpour. The load must have slipped and the whole wagon fell on him. I pray it was quick.
So he was alone, with no one to help him.
It wouldn't have fell to the
Course not.
side though.
Thomas was there too. He helped Martin to load the wagon in Sassau, and both of them set off back.
So no
Just
witnesses.
the two of them. No one else was there.
Yeah.
No, they always did
Okay.
it that way. Martin didn't like dragging people where it wasn't necessary, when they could be doing work elsewhere. But if I had been there with them, maybe he'd still be alive. Thomas couldn't pull the wagon off him. He ran for help, but it was already too late.
I'm sorry. But I'm sure he's in God's kingdom now.
He was a good boy, a kind soul.
Let's
Have
just
you been
keep
without
praying, I
carpenters
guess.
for a while?
A long time. Since winter, it's been just me and Thomas.
Nobody stays around.
No. These days, it's hard to find a man you can rely on. Young lads today are bone idle. None of them wants to do an honest day's work.
And how many have actually worked here?
About half a dozen, maybe more.
6
We always put up with them till the most urgent work
in
was
like
done.
half a year, I guess.
Then sent them packing.
And what about Jane? Shouldn't she have a husband by now?
What are you trying to say?
A pretty girl like her is ripe for marriage.
With a large dowry because she comes from a mill? Well, she had herself a man once, but he ran away during the winter. He wasn't up to the work either.
And how long did he last?
You know, he was here for a while. But back then my son was a foreman and he was a kindly soul. Too kind. He never threw anyone out.
So everyone started leaving.
Sounds
when
like he was a
Thomas
good
took over.
person.
Well, Thomas is a dog on slackers. And just as well. Maybe it's harsh, but that's what you need nowadays. If we don't mill, folk don't eat.
Nah, it seems a bit annoying.
So the moment Thomas became mill foreman, everyone started running off. Not one man could stand it here, even if they had a chance to marry Jane. Don't you think Thomas might be doing it on purpose? Sounds to me like he's after the mill, or your daughter, or both.
He's
That's
inheriting.
not like
Oh
him.
yeah,
He's
that
a good
makes
man and
sense.
straightforward. He knows I can always send for a new mill foreman.
And Jane,
Don't worry about her. She'll wed whoever I approve of. Even Thomas, if he asks for her hand. At least with him, I know he won't leave the mill.
indeed, why would he once he's got rid of everyone else?
That's enough. I don't know why you're trying to slander Thomas, but I don't mean to listen to it any longer.
Oh, I don't
Good
like
luck.
the guy, to be honest. He sounds annoying.
I heard what you asked my father. You can't expect help from him. He's none too sharp these days.
And can you help me then?
No. Nobody listens to me. But I wanted to say that Thomas does do it on purpose. He did it the same way before.
Why?
What do you mean?
Because he's afraid if someone comes who's more skilled, Father will notice and give his job to the newcomer.
And your father lets him? Can't he settle this?
He probably could, but he doesn't want to. My brother was the mill foreman before him, but last year a wagon overturned on him, broke his back. It broke my father too. And Thomas was here the longest. He was always close to my brother, so Father chose him as the mill foreman.
You can't persuade
And
him.
Thomas doesn't listen to anyone. Can't you persuade him?
No. He keeps looking my way and tries to be nice, but he doesn't care what I've got to say. When I tell him something, it goes in one ear and out the other.
Then this probably won't end well. What happened to your brother?
And what does that have to do with this?
I don't know. You mentioned it, so I was just wondering.
There's not much to tell. A stone block that was
I
loaded
doubt
wrong,
it, man.
slippery ground after rain, and when the wagon overturned on him, there was no one around to help.
What do you mean, no one? Surely he wasn't alone.
No, he had Thomas with him. But Thomas couldn't lift the wagon off him, and by the time he found help, it was too late. And as if that wasn't bad enough, someone robbed my brother while Thomas was looking for help.
Someone robbed him after he was dead.
Come on,
I
that
don't know.
sounds so
But they took
suspicious.
a mottled scarf which I gave him as a keepsake. He laughed when I gave it to him. He said it would make him look like a fop, but he still wore it all the time. And someone must have thought it was worth stealing.
But who'd steal a scarf?
Why are you asking me? When they brought him back here, he didn't have it. That's all I know.
I'm sorry about what happened to it.
Me too. But it was his own fault. If he'd brought more people with him, he'd still be alive. He was too kind for his own good.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm saying.
understand.
He was probably a better manager than this Thomas, though. Come on. So what's the plan? I guess we gotta wait until we can find a way. Is he got a chest around here? I doubt it's in a chest. You would probably keep it on you, wouldn't you? I can't make this very hard lockpick, so I guess we'll do something else whilst the time. I'm pretty sure he can teach us how to lockpick and to pickpocket. There we go.
Would you teach me something about the milling craft? Like how to get things out of strangers' purses into your own?
Aye, why not? You're handy enough. No doubt you'll master it. Come behind the mill where we won't be seen. Bye.
Yeah, proper dodgy character, isn't he? Why has he got a quest on his head? Is that because we're doing the quest or what? Can I see Teresa? I don't know if it's been a few days. It's been so long since I last played the game.
Don't you want a little wager on the Rattay tourney?
I might do the tournament today. If I can, actually. I feel like I can try that. Pretty nice. Maybe next time. It's gonna be a
I'll
whole
stand
week
here
though.
and pretend
so-
I don't know you're there. You try sneaking up behind me without me seeing you and take something from my purse. First, you have to rummage in the purse. The longer you do it, the better chance you have of finding something valuable, but also of getting caught in the act. Once you've found something you want, you've got to pull it out, carefully, but fast enough so I don't notice. Try stealing my dagger. It's there, mixed up with other things.
Pickpocketing. Okay, rummage with X. And then time. Okay, so you rummage, get time, check things, take things, but you gotta leave too. Okay. Sneaky, sneaky. So when it goes red, I guess that's when... easy.
That's the way. I hardly noticed you were there. I think you're ready to try it out for real. Best practice on drunks and sleeping folk, so you don't end up in jail before you even get started.
Thanks, Peshek.
You're welcome. But I'll be having that dagger back now.
Can I just keep spamming it? What about lockpicking? I'm pretty sure I already know how to lockpick though, so...
May the Lord watch over. Try unlocking this trunk.
Okay.
Hold the lockpick in your right hand and use it to feel out the tumbler. Got it? Good. Now turn the whole lock with the blade. But don't... You forced it and broke the lockpick.
You're talking, mate.
Be heard in Kuttenberg. You have to watch out for that. An experienced guard will recognize the sound at once.
Oh, it's because it's not actually...
Make something out of you yet. But remember, this trunk's only for practice. With real locks, you have to watch out for the pick. Try it a few more times if you like. Then good luck with the real thing. Hey, lad! Don't you want a little...
Can I just keep spamming this chest? Broski. What are you saying, cuz? I'm trying to practice lock picking. I might do the tournament then, you know.
I'm interested in betting on the tourney.
This guy's got a betting
Of course you
addiction.
are.
What can I bet on?
I'm betting on myself.
Let's keep it simple. You can bet on yourself to win the whole tournament.
Say less.
If you reckon you're up to it. Not everyone's got what it takes. If you lose, you forfeit your wager. But if you win, you'll get double back from me, on top of the prize money from Sir Hanush. That's a fair wager, ain't it? What do you say?
Yeah, I know how a wager works.
All right, why the hell not? I'll try my luck.
I'm glad to hear it.
There's a tournament on today. 100, easy.
A nice little wager. Well, break a leg. Literally, I hope.
This guy doesn't foil his words, man. Straight up.
God be with you.
I like it. I like it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm doing it drunk as well because I just saved. Doesn't look like the tournament's on.
Greetings. What business have you?
Hey, looks like the miller.
I'd like to enroll in the big tournament.
You'll have to wait a few days until Sir Hanush announces another one. Come then, and I'll gladly sign you up.
Oh, so the tournament's not actually on.
Goodbye.
Okay. Okay. Is Bernard here? Because I don't mind training. Okay, so he actually is here. It just, I don't know, takes time for him to get here, I guess. I want to learn riposte, I think. So Master Strikes, I think is called.
I think I've mastered the basics of combat. Could you teach me something a bit more advanced?
I see. And what weapon are you such a master at?
Sword.
I'm pretty good with a sword.
You're a bit cocky, ain't you? All right then, let's see what you can do. You're as good as you think you are. I'll teach you some master strikes.
I'm ready.
Okay, we can beat OP.
Stand there, take your weapon, and fight. If you look like you know what you're doing, I'll teach you a trick or two.
Wooden swords. Come on, that's soft. Come on, I'm good at this. I haven't actually played in so long, so the combat's just over for me. Yes, I hit the combo. This guy's not even attacking me, man. I got this easy. He's holding it like he genuinely hasn't touched me.
Enough. That will do. That wasn't at all bad.
Bro, you didn't
All right,
touch me the
seems you're
whole
ready for the
time.
next lesson. Now, pay close attention.
Can you stop running at me,
I'll teach you
please?
the most important thing. It's good to be able to attack. It's good to be able to fend off your opponent's blows. But the best is when you're able to do both at once. A master stroke is when you parry your opponent's blow and strike him at the same time. Attack me, and I'll show you how it's done.
Okay. Ooh, nice. Okay, can you show me a
See?
different one?
I parry and strike in one move. There's no defense against this technique if it's executed well. The thing is to time it right. Block right into your opponent's strike and match your movement to his. One elegant technique and the fight is won. Try it. I'll attack slowly. You parry.
So is it just a perfect block?
Ah, that's it.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I was trying to read, man.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Look how OP this is, man.
Ah, that's it.
Come on. I got Master Strike now. Can I just spar with him? Yes, we'll practice for the tournament with some different types of weapon.